Kapoor Galleries March 2021 exhibition, Incarnations of Devotion, contains many beautiful Tibetan Buddhist works of art. Here are a few of the highlights. This 18th century Tibetan painting of an arhat is Kanakavatsa, pictured with a jeweled lasso given to him by the Nagas. The colorful clouds in the sky are representative of the overall set of esteemed Indian Buddhist sages, from which we have 3 paintings. The set is defined by the golden bodies of each elder, the elaborate and golden patterns of each textile, the vibrant blue skies with a pure white moon and orange sun, and the red cartouches with small gold inscriptions of homage. Arhat Bakula is praised like a bodhisattva capable of bestowing material needs on those who seek Dharma. He is depicted here as an ordained monk seated on an animal skin, holding a mongoose spitting jewels. His old age is conveyed by somewhat hyperbolic wrinkles and white hair and brows, which spill off the monk's furrowed temples. Arhat Nagasena's life story is similar to that of Siddhartha's, in that he was born into a royal family and gave up his kingdom to become a Buddhist monk. Nagasena is depicted here with his mendicant staff in the shape of 2 stupas in his right hand. His bright white focused eyes appear as if they are drawing the multicolored rays of transcendent wisdom out of the vase in his left hand. This 5-pointed spear has stylized prongs that blaze with gilded scrolling flames, complementing the gilded skull set in its base. As a weapon in the hands of wrathful deities, the trident symbolizes, among other things, the destruction of the 3 poisons that drive suffering and samsara: ignorance, hatred, and greed. The present spear with its 5 points, though symbolically synonymous with the trident, trishula, or Dungse Sum, most closely resembles that which accompanies an image of the state oracle of Tibet, known as Nechun Chokyong, or the religious protector of a small dwelling, in the great collection of the Potala Palace in Lhasa. A manifestation of the Buddha Akshobhya appears here in the form of the skull cup-bearing tutelary deity Hevajra, or Kye Dorje, in tantric embrace with his consort Nairattamya. The deities of the highest yoga tantra dance atop a lotus, trampling the Hindu deities Vishnu, Indra, Shiva, and Brahma in their stride. The 8-headed, 16-armed Hevajra clasps skull cups holding a variety of beings in each hand, an elephant and the earth goddess Prithvi in his primary hands. The lineage descending from the primordial Buddha Vajradhara, in blue at the top center of the composition, is accordingly that of the multiple Kagyu traditions that emerged after the lifetime of one of Marpa's 4 principal disciples named Nokton Choku Dorje of the 11th century, accredited with the transmission of the Hevajra teachings that gave birth to this image. Descending down each side of the composition are 8 offering goddesses described in the Hevajra Sadhana, or meditation script. At the bottom of the composition, there are 3 forms of Hevajra representing body, speech, and mind from left to right, respectively. Chakrasamvara, or Korlo Dimtok, and Vajrayogini, or Dorjena Dorma, are important deities of the highest class of yogic practice in Vajrayana Buddhism. Together they trample the Hindu deities Bhairava, who lies prostrate, and Kalarati, who lies supine. The multi-headed tutelary deity holds various attributes with his many arms, radiating around him, including the 4 heads of the Hindu creator Brahma. Chakrasamvara's principal arms hold a Vajra, and Bel, in the uppermost, hold the ends of a tiger skin which he drapes over his back. This lustrous gilt bronze sculpture is representative of the highest quality of Nepalese craftsmanship. Newar craftsmen of the Kathmandu Valley made Vajrayana Buddhist figures such as the present for both Nepalese and Tibetan patrons. The unfinished backside of the present figure's lotus base and the remnants of red pigment thereon are telltale signs of a geographical Nepalese origin for this Tibetan Buddhist masterwork. The golden tone of this majestic figure's skin belies his identity as the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, or Chakna Dorje, as the deity is more typically depicted in blue or green. In the Vajrayana tradition, Vajrapani takes the place of a narrator who relays tantric Buddhist teachings. He appropriately holds a Vajra or Dorje atop the lotus in his left hand. The foreground below the celestial figure is filled with large lotus flowers supporting the 8 auspicious symbols of Tibetan Buddhism: a parasol, a vase, an endless knot, a dharma wheel, 2 fish, a victory banner, a conch shell, and a lotus flower. The style employed here is associated with the Manchu Qing imperial court, produced under a series of emperors who considered themselves emanations of the Buddha Manjushri. The relationship between hierarchs of the Gelugpa sect that presided over the central Tibetan government and the Qing emperors followed the priest-patron model established by Kublai Khan and Chogyal Pakpa back in the 13th century. As such, paintings like the present were commissioned to fill Tibetan Buddhist temples utilized by the Qing court. The style is distinguished most apparently by the offering goddesses that appear within the clouds at the top of the composition, as well as the abundance of lush lotuses styled as peonies and chrysanthemums.